Joined here by Ryan Sidebottom. What a first test for England. First of all, just sum that up for us, Ryan.
Wow, I mean, it was absolutely stunning, wasn't it? From ball one, we talked about when we had the last meeting that England's top order, I think, to win in India and be consistent, need to come to the party, and set the tone for the team. And it was brilliant, wasn't it? First inning runs is hugely important, scoreboard pressure, and England did that absolutely brilliantly. And, the pressure that surrounds Joe Root with 100th test match, everyone will be patting him on the back and saying, well done. And to sort of put that to one side and go out there and perform how he did, it was just imperious. It was beautiful to watch, wasn't it? He built his innings. And I think the team were, all in all, were hugely confident from Sri Lanka. The way that they performed in Sri Lanka, the momentum and the confidence, especially the spinners as well, they've gained in experience. So it's an awesome 5 days test cricket. And I think to win test matches as well, it's not just about scoreboard pressure. It's about the quartet, the seam bowlers as a unit performing together. And they've done that brilliantly. The spinners were great and the seamers. And then the old goat, Jimmy Anderson, was stunning, wasn't he? Reverse swing. There's still life in the old dog yet.
And how much of a great achievement is it when put into perspective that this is India's only second loss in 7 years, the last one being in 2017 against Australia at home?
It's huge, absolutely massive. There's always that trepidation and there's nerves, and you think, how are England going to perform in India? India is so strong. But England outplayed them, and I think England have got a lot more in the locker as well. The spinners, again, still quite young spinners, still learning. And what an achievement. It was just a brilliant all-round team performance. But you've got to give credit to other players that you might not see. Dom Sibley, how he battered first innings. Again, he set the tone, battered plenty of deliveries, tired the bowlers out, and he performed. And again, you can't underestimate how he performed. And again, moving forward, England were stunning.
Who are some of the players that really stood out for you? You've already mentioned Joe Root and Jimmy Anderson. Any others there for you?
Well, I thought Leach and Best were brilliant. They bowled well in tandem. I think Joe Root's captaincy was outstanding. He bowled the seamers one end and operated the spinners at the other. His field placing. So I think in terms of captaincy, he's growing as well with his influence on the team. But I think it was an all-round team performance, wasn't it? The group of bowlers bowled brilliantly together. And the batting team, the top order stood up. And I think England, if they're going to have success in India, the top order needs to set the tone for the team. And they did that brilliantly. Dom Sibley was outstanding. He's like that old-fashioned type of cricketer. He wants to bat all day. And England need those type of players as well. They've said that that's how they're going to win test matches, by batting big and going big first innings. And they did that. India didn't really have any answer. And I think you look at Joe Root now, he said himself, he's probably been a little bit inconsistent the last couple of years. And he's done his talking. He said that he needs to improve. And the way he played was nothing short. He's got all the shots. I think because he's got so many shots, sometimes he plays those shots too early, and that's why he's giving his wicket away. But, I mean, the last sort of 5 or 6 months, he's been nothing but short of, well, he's just a class player, isn't he?
Definitely. And the second test starts on Saturday in Chennai, same stadium. Usually when you go on tour, I'm guessing you get to explore some of the city you're in. This time the England team are just going to be in a hotel. What would that be like mentally? Obviously, it's probably better going and being in that environment on the back of a win. But what would that be like, that they're just in that hotel, not allowed to really go anywhere? How do you cope with that?
I think it'd be really easy for the team at the moment, to be in that bubble. When you've won in that give that type of victory, I'm sure they'll celebrate. They'll be in that bubble, having a few beers. They'll probably chat about the game and the situation. They'll definitely have game plans come the second test. India need to respond, but I think England are obviously going to grow in confidence as this series goes on. I think India are in a bit of a conundrum. What wicket are they going to prepare? Because I think I said before, England can actually play some very decent players as spin, and they've shown that. So I think England will be hugely confident. come Saturday in that bubble. They'll have plenty of game plans, and I think India are a team now where they're going to do the talking and, you know, who we're going to pick. Can we chop and change the team? So England are in a really great position. It's just not, the thing is not getting carried away and think, you know what, we've done the hard work. But this team can go on from strength to strength and really, you know, put in a great 4-test series and win this test series. They really can.
And I was just going to come on to that point. When I spoke to you before, you went with your head overruling your heart in terms of who you think would win the series, and you went, you think it would be 3-1 to India. You did say if England are to win the series, they need to get off to a good start, which they've done. Are you changing your mind on that now? Who do you think will win this series?
Yeah, for all the pundits out there, don't listen to me, but I think you look at, you know, like you've alluded to, India are so strong at home. And that was my head saying that, you know, they're so confident. You know, they've not lost many test matches in many, many years on home soil. And England are notoriously very slow, are bad starters or slow starters. So, look, England are growing in confidence. I'd like to change my point, my 3-1 actually, to 3-1 England. But we'll see. England need to still play well. They can't rest on the laurels, but I think they're in a great position. They've got off to a fine start.
And one of the things mentioned as well was the fact that the second test is starting on Saturday. But could that be a difference with England carrying on the fine form from the first test, that the second test is in the same city, in the same stadium? Like, there's not going to be much of a difference with the way the ground's going to play and the conditions. Will that kind of suit England going into the second test, being in that same environment?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. You know, all the batsmen are looking decent form now. They've had time in the middle. The spinners, again, you know, still inexperienced, and they've bowled brilliantly in Sri Lanka, and they've done so this first test. So I think it will help England. I think the only thing that will change is maybe the wicket. Will India change the wicket and play seamers and leave a little bit more grass on? Or will they go a bigger turner from ball one? We'll have to wait and see. But India needs a response because England look comfortable. They really did. And I think they look like they've got plans for each individual batsman. You know, Kohli's not played very often. He looked very unsettled. So England are in a great position at the moment. And with the quick turnaround, England will be desperate to get Saturday, you know, here as quick as it possibly can, because they'll want to get out there and get playing again.